Conversion graph question. We're told that the graph can be used for changing between miles and kilometers. Miles on the x-axis, kilometers on the y. Now we want to use our graph to change 12 miles to kilometers. So let's find 12 miles. That is on our x-axis, so we're going to go straight up from 12. So we get to about there. Okay, and then straight across horizontally. Now I'm getting that between, well, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm getting that between 19 and 20. So I estimate that to be 19.5. Okay. Now we're going to change 10 kilometers back to miles. So let's find 10 kilometers. Scroll across to here. And then straight down. Now it's just over 6. If you ever run a 10 kilometre race, you'll know that it's just over 6 miles. You would get the marks if you put 6, but really we should put just a little bit more than 6. So if that's 6 and that's, well, that's 7 there, just more than 6, it's actually 6.2 miles. 6 miles would have been acceptable. Now in the last one, you've been asked to change 100 miles to kilometres. Now you should know before you go into the exam that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. You should know that. You've been lucky here if you didn't and they've given you this graph, because you could also work this out by looking at where 10 miles is, because if you scroll up from 10 miles then you see we should get to about 16. So let's now come across to the right and it's just about 16. So if 1 mile is 16 kilometers, you could also infer from the graph that, well, 10 miles is equal to 16 kilometers, which we would have got if we'd known that fact in the first place. And now if we times it by 10 again, then we find that 100 miles is equal to 160 kilometers. So you could either have got that by knowing that fact in the first place, or if you didn't know that and you were lucky enough to have this graph and use it well, then you would have got 160 kilometers. But please remember that fact. You will need to know it possibly for the final exam.